Goofing around. All right, thank you. I love to start with that song. The BPM is probably right around 200, so it's in the shred zone. It's very fast. These things keep coming out. We don't care. Try to put them back in, but metal will do what metal does. Anyway, the next song I'm going to play is a song that I wrote to help people. It was not enough for me to have a great music career, and I mean, I do. You know, I'm very grateful. If you have a checklist of things in music that you want to accomplish, signed to a major label twice, records on the charts, yes. Songs on the radio, yes. Performed songs in movies, yes. Been in movies, yes. Toured with big bands and big stadiums, yes. I've got this checklist of all this cool stuff that I've done. And that's great, and I really appreciate it, and I never take it for granted. But there's something else that I wanted to do. I sincerely wanted to help people, and I wanted to be a credit to the guitar community, because I always felt my father had two favorite artists. He loved B.B. King and Frank Zappa. And Frank Zappa had a series of CDs that said, "Shut up and play guitar." And I took that to heart because I always thought talk is cheap. Anybody can yak. And I always found, even when I moved to California, that I found so many great musicians that their attitude was, oh, this sucks, oh, this sucks, oh, this sucks, oh, that guy always sucks, oh, this, oh, that sucks. And I used to ask myself, you will never ever read in an interview that I say a guitar player sucks. You will never read that I say other people suck, because this is what I think. Do I like everybody? Of course not. I mean, I have to admit, I have no Britney Spears music on my iPod. I'll admit it! Okay, but I've got Shakira. She rocks.
My hips don't cry, my hips, they don't lie to me, baby.
But the idea is this, that just because I don't like everybody, you know what my thinking was? It's so easy to go, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, oh, this, you know, this, oh. I used to ask myself, how come I'm watching them on MTV? How come they're on MTV? I'm not on MTV. I'm watching them. And then when I got on MTV, I realized, because instead of saying people suck, this is the learning curve of the closed mind. This is the learning curve of the person who learns from other people. So I didn't sit around going, everybody sucks. I went around going, I'm going to steal from you, and you. I'm going to learn from you instead, and the people who talk about that things suck, or the negative people, that's all the people less. In other words, that's a whole category of people I never have to worry about confronting me in music, because it ain't going to happen. I've seen it 1,000 times in my life. The negative voices are the ones that don't succeed because they don't get it. And so you just shut up and you listen and you learn and you watch and you make it. And so here's what I tried to do. I was very lucky in life. There's another famous guitarist, Joe Satriani, that had the opportunity to teach other famous guitarists. Who did Joe Satriani teach? Does anybody know? Steve Vai. Who else? Kirk Hammett. I like that too. Well, I had the opportunity to teach one very famous guitarist, totally different generation. When I was teaching guitar in the Chicago area where I grew up, when I was going to the university, I taught a guitar player named Tom. Tom was a cool guy, pretty quiet. I didn't know he would go on to join a band called Rage Against the Machine. So Tom, his name is Tom Morello. He is my friend, but he was my student. And, I write for Guitar World magazine. I can't say it enough. I love Guitar World. Numero uno in the United States, one of the biggest in the world. And, but Tom was on the cover of Guitar World a couple of years ago, and he talked about what I showed him when I was his guitar teacher. And I can't teach privately at all. I haven't done it since I graduated school. The closest I ever get to teach guitar is here. But anybody who does teach guitar and helps other people, I think it's the most noble thing you can possibly do. Now, why am I saying all this? The next song that I'm going to play is a song that I wrote to help people. Because when I watched instructional programs, I was kind of one of the pioneers of the instructional DVD. I started a long time ago when I was just an unknown guitar player, but I had instructional videos that showed techniques like jazz 3 picks. Well, who watched that DVD? Well, it was a video back then, John Petrucci. In fact, he talked about it, that they had a whole special on the jazz 3 pick. why so many guitar players use them. Well, early in my career, I studied jazz, and I didn't like the normal guitar picks. I wanted to be different, so I used this teardrop-shaped pick called a Jazz 3. Well, people like John Petrucci learned from my DVD from Dream Theater. He talked about it in Guitar World. People like Michael Romeo from Symphony X, another great guitar player, watched my video religiously. And I was very fortunate to be one of the pioneers of this instructional format. Now everybody and their brother can do it, and that's awesome, and I love it. But what I tried to do is something different, because I feel not just as an artist and a musician, but I'm an entertainer. And there's not always guitar players in the audience, so I like to have fun. And so this stuff for me is not for you, it's for me to amuse myself while I'm up here goofing around. And so I wanted to make my DVDs fun, because how many times can you watch, okay man,
This is my new video. Okay, we have to tune up now. E. Second string B.
and then you go through this and I'm like, all right.
Okay, now we're gonna play the first or fifth. Okay, now we're gonna play it slow.
I'd rather watch Geico commercials than watch these instructional videos. At least the caveman rock. And so I'm thinking, this is boring. And so what I said is, I have to make this fun, because I'm gonna die of sheer boredom just watching these things. So I said, hey, wait a second, man. I've been in a band that's been signed to a major label. We had videos on MTV. How about writing a song? How about doing an intro song, MTV style, that would show what I was going to teach? So that's what I did, and it became a very well-known DVD, kind of like the Bible of shred. The DVD is called Speed Kills. The song is called No Boundaries. You can watch it on YouTube. I've got over 1,000 videos on YouTube. I would have had more, but my agent went nuts. She deleted over 1,000 videos last year. Like, no. And then I told her, I said, you can't stop it. So we say no videos at the shows. I've already seen it here. Cameras up. What are you gonna do? And who cares? Who cares? I don't care. So we don't take anything down. We don't care what you say. Put it up. We don't care. So anyway, here it is. The song is called Speed. The song is called No Boundaries. The DVD is called Speed Kills. I added a little introduction. I had my band re-record this, but this illustrated the modern guitar techniques that I was going to teach in this DVD. It was written to help other guitar players, and conveniently it is track 2. I like that. Yes.